Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So this is one of the requested videos from our students, and as you know that we have created a poll on Telegram where we are planning for a video on TCS NQT. So here it is, and in this video we are going to discuss about some important facts which are related to TCS NQT. And since there are many different platforms who are telling that there are registrations limited to 2 lakhs students, limited on a first come first serve basis, and there are channels which are also disregarding them, and they are spreading a news that they are in contact with the company. So let's just clear the confusion for one and all, and in this video we are going to discuss everything. So I am right here on the TCS NQT website, and as you can see that the registration has started already, and it is going to close on 10th of February 2021, and the exam is going to be between 18th to 19th of Feb 2021. So you have to register if you have not registered in the TCS NQT exam yet, or if you were a part of the TCS NQT exam which was held back in October 2020, you can still register for it. Now the statement which is here that registrations are limited to 2 lakh students on a first come first serve basis, it can be twofold. First, it can genuinely be limited, and secondly it can just be a sentence which can improve the numbers of registration. So you should not bother about it. However, if there is a chance, go and register right now. However, many of the students are still registering and it is not a problem for them as of now, so you can go register it for the exam. I will provide the link in the description box below. Also, you can check for a sample test from here, or you can directly browse it on Google. You will find many papers on TCS NQT as well. Now, I want to clear some basic details or basic important facts about the NQT examination. So, the NQT examination or the National Qualifier Test is a competence test which is going to test you on your cognitive processes required for entry level jobs and some industry specific knowledge as well. However, some specializations also includes different scores apart from TCS NQT. So you can see there are 4 different type of test. Excluding NQT, there are 3. So initially you have NQT, that is TCS NQT exam, which is mandatory for every student who is appearing for TCS NQT. And then we have 3 different tests. That is, first of all, is attitudinal alignment test or the psychometric test. We have the industry NQT score, and then we have the subject NQT score. So first of all, let's just talk about the test. So first of all, let's talk about who can apply for the test. All UG, PG and diploma students in their pre-final or final year can apply for the exam. Students with any degree and specialization or disciple can apply for the program, and we will talk about the second point a minute later because it includes some more disciples as well. And the freshers with less than 2 years of experience can still apply, which means that it is providing a large area of students who can participate in this examination. If you have no experience or experience less than 2 years, you can still participate in this exam. And the first point clearly mentions that if you are in your pre-final and final year, you can go and apply for this exam. Now, talking about the point which is written here with an asterisk is that NQT score is a prerequisite for all the tests. Now, what is meant by all the tests? If you look here closely, you have 4 different tests, and the one about which we were talking is the NQT exam. So the NQT exam becomes a mandate for everybody, following which if you want to give exams in your specific domain, you have industry NQT score for which you can go and apply. So about the industry NQT score, let's just study a little bit about it from this NQT variants section. First of all, let's just talk about TCS NQT, and then we will go for TCS Industry NQT and Subject NQT as well. The NQT exam is a performance measure of cognitive skills in the areas of verbal, numerical, and reasoning abilities, which is similar to a basic aptitude examination which you give for every company. That's the first phase of your exam. Secondly, we have the psychometric test or the attitudinal alignment NQT, which assesses your personality traits and dispositions relevant to the workplace. So it includes questions based on your opinion on your jobs or the way you work or the ethics or the work culture. There are different questions which comes down in the psychometric test. So they are the part of the TCS NQT test, which is the mandate for everybody applying for this exam. Following which we have industry NQT, Now, industry NQT again has three different domains. So, students who want to apply for the banking domain or the retail domain, for which the portal is going to come soon, it's not yet live. However, industry NQT is not just meant for information technology students, it will have different domains as well. But currently, you have industry NQT exam for information technology only, which will be helpful for you to join TCS. And its description says that a comprehensive assessment for assessing job seekers on programming constructs and coding skills, which means that for the students who are applying for the information technology industry NQT test, which becomes a part of the TCS NQT, it is going to check or assess you on your basic computational skills or the programming section. Because if you go and register for the NQT exam right now, there will be three sections, out of which the first will be the programming section, second will be the computational skill, and third will be the accounting. So the third one is subject NQT. Now in this section, where you go and register for the NQT exam, you have three different sections. So if you select the IT programming section, then you cannot give the basic computer skills exam, because obviously if you know something about IT programming, then you are well versed with the computational skills. And if you opt for basic computer skills, then IT programming option is not available for you, so you have to select either of the two. Following which, you have the option for going for the subject NQT in accountants. So if you want to opt for that exam, you can also give that. Now I will read the description for you to just make you clear with what it actually is. Now, in case of IT programming, a comprehensive assessment giving an edge to job seekers by validating role-specific core skills in programming. So this section will be all about programming, and mind you, the questions are really difficult. They are not just any naive kind of question which you can attempt thinking that it's just quite easy. So they ask a question that has a certain specific benchmark, and if you are obviously opting for IT programming, then they expect you to have that much knowledge or bare minimum knowledge to qualify that particular exam. Following which, we have basic computational skills. In this, we have a comprehensive assessment which gives an edge to job seekers by validating role specific core skills in basic computational skills. Now this includes your basics and also includes some basics for your operating system. So it comes under the basic computational skills, which includes like browsing your computer or the different file operations which you can do. So some core computational skills are very essential if you are going for this particular exam, and that is the reason why they are giving you an option between the two. So you can go either for IT programming or for basic computational skills. Now, why TCS is going for such an exam or conducting such an exam? TCS NQT exam is a national level test which can help you to get a job in either TCS or any different company which has associations with TCS and accepts TCS NQT scorecard. Now you can see that you have a benchmark score which has a validity of 2 years, and you can apply for corporate jobs within this 2 years. Based on that, you can go and apply for that. Some brands which acknowledge TCS. So you can see that TCS is the first which acknowledges NQT, following which we have again TCS and Titan, which is a part of TCS. And there are many different companies. However, they have clearly mentioned it here that you need to apply to each company separately in their job portals. So you can go and also check it out there. So now let's address the FAQ section and just clear everything out. First point is that NQT is mandatory test to be taken to register for the industry NQT and subject NQT, which we have already mentioned since it's a national level test. So that is a mandate for everybody. NQT scores is a prerequisite to appear for industry NQT and subject NQT. And as we mentioned that first, NQT is very essential for anyone who wants to opt for industry NQT and subject NQT. So you have to give any NQT scores and score a good percentage in it. All tests will be conducted in English language and there will be no negative marking. The questions will not have a negative marking. However, the questions are going to be adaptive, which means that any question which you attempt needs to be solved first so that you can go and appear for the next question. That is one thing which you need to ensure. Candidates who have appeared for NQT in October 2020 can reappear in 2021 February and can appear in all the upcoming tests, and that is a win for many students because they have either not cleared TCS NQT in the month of October and want to reappear, or else they have not registered for it, so that is why they get a second chance. So that's a really good thing and is one of the highest asked doubts till date. Candidates who have NQT scores may choose any test from industry NQT and subject NQT. So first of all, if you have a good score in NQT, then you can opt for the industry NQT or subject NQT based on the domain in which you want to work. So that is the option which they provide. Candidates will be able to view or edit their details and add tests pertaining to industry NQT and or subject NQT on or before the registration closure date. So you can go and also edit your details if you wish to, or if you see there are any kind of errors prior to the registration date, that is 10th of February. Candidates who have higher level skills will not be allowed to select its basic variant. For example, if the candidate chooses subject NQT IT programming, then he will not be able to choose subject NQT basic computer skills. That is what we were talking about, that either of the two options you have to select. So you cannot select IT programming if you go for computational skills, and if you go for computational skills you cannot go for IT programming. So the vice versa situation is happening in this case. Now let's look at the another doubt which is many students were having, that is subject NQT and industry NQT are different thing. Obviously they are. Now industry NQT assesses awareness and understanding on a specific industry in the following areas: industry structure, the domains and the subdomains, the operative language, processes and practices, regulatory environment, specific business and technological trends, and competitive landscapes. Now the questions which are asked in industry NQT are a combination of all these parameters mentioned over here. So you need to have certain specific knowledge of the domains or the subdomains in which you want to work or you wish to work, so that you can go for this test and apply and succeed as well in this test. Now each candidate who completes the industry NQT gets an industry NQT score that is valid for that particular industry. So for example, if you go for the NQT exam in banking, then you get a score that is valid for 2 years. And as per the official website, industry NQTs are planned to be conducted every quarter. Candidates can take the test again to improve their previous scores if desired. There are industry NQTs for multiple purposes, so candidate wanting to showcase their expertise in multiple industries can apply for the same or as many industries required by the candidate. And again, as per the note given here, the NQT score is a prerequisite to appear for industry NQT. So if you are from a different domain and you want to apply for industry NQT, you can do so, and this score will be valid for a certain period of time. So if we talk about just the NQT score, it is going to be valid for a period of 2 years. So that should not be a problem. And the industry NQT scores will also have a certain validity about which the official website does not speak anything. Now let's talk about the psychometric test. The psychometric test, as we already addressed, is a broad component covering work styles, personality traits, and dispositions relevant to their workplace. Attitudinal alignment NQT test or the psychometric test is going to assess the attitude alignment framework relevant for any entry level position and provide an assessment report. The score of this test will be called as attitudinal alignment NQT score, and you will be able to give this exam only if you have appeared for TCS NQT and have a NQT score. That's the only position where you're going to apply for the psychometric test, or else you won't be able to do so. So I hope we have cleared your doubts and provided you the maximum detail which are available right now. And if still you feel that some of your doubts were not cleared, you can ask us in the comment section. We are ready to address you as well. Or else you can join our Telegram channel and also discuss your doubts there, where we have a whole community to talk about the doubts and discuss about it. So you can also join us, for which all the links are mentioned in the description box below. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and be part of a Revox family. And also explore our playlist in coding, verbal aptitudes, and the aptitude sections in general. We are also covering a crash course in that as well. So you can also go and check it out. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel again. And as always, keep learning.